Took me a second there. My microphone was off. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live plan with me. I'm glad I caught that before it got too difficult there, but it's wonderful to see everybody in the chat. Let me know if you're hearing me okay. We're going to be planning out the week of something. The week of something. I'm super prepared right now. Give me 1 second. The week of the 12th, December 12th, through the 18th in my MakseLife vertical planner. Anyway, yeah, if you're here on the live, let me know if you're hearing me okay. If you're here on the replay, then you can let me know that you're on the replay. This week, it originally was supposed to snow. Now it looks like the snow is off of the forecast, but we're still going to use this winter kit from the 2022 Celebrations collection. And I did order some of the add-ons to go with it from Krissyanne Designs, and the current Celebrations collection. I didn't do this on purpose, but the current Celebrations collection is currently whatever, up for pre-order. I'm all over the place right now. Up for pre-order on Krissyanne Designs website through Monday. And then I also have my functional Krissyanne Designs stickers because I have a big transplant appointment. Nothing exciting. It's just the maintenance appointment, but I do want to make sure I get my shitty kidney sticker in for that. So anyway, hello everybody. You guys got the effing snow, Mia. Are you in Oregon perchance? My sister's in Bend and she said that the snow there is fucking gnarly right now. So yeah. I'm feeling okay today. I am feeling tired, but yesterday I made a bunch of cookies and I thought I was going to overdo it, and then instead of overdoing it, I think I just enough did it where that I felt good about it, but then I was able to sleep. And I woke up this morning and I was still feeling crummy, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing? No, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. We're going to use these big, chunky things first, I think. Adam, I love that you do the job that you do as a transplant social worker, because the transplant care teams, both the one that I have at UC Health and the one that my sister had at Legacy in Portland, were just outstanding for both care and for helping us feel supported. So thank you for the work that you do. No snow in top left Oregon. Yeah, my sister's in Bend, so she's in Central Oregon. Which, I mean, I guess if you're in that part of Oregon, you know that because you also live there. All you people from down under. Anyway, I'm going to cut this with my slice. So this week is going to be a busy one. That doctor's appointment that we have at the transplant center, Jesse has to go as well, and because he's going to be my partner, my care partner, if you will. And Jesse's going to go to that as well. And so we're going to be there. RJ has to walk to school. Sunny has to let the cleaners in on Wednesday. Layla's going to daycare. And then I have to get an echocardiogram after I get my transplant, after I have my transplant appointment, because it's just something I need to keep on top of given the transplant stuff coming up. So, allegedly. Anyway, all that to say, it's going to be a busy week. We got a lot going on this week. Yeah, so originally we were supposed to get snow on Tuesday, but currently the current forecast is just for cloudy, cold weather. I know that they said that on the news that it was either gonna, like, it depended on which direction or which course or something that the storm was taking, that it would either be a why am I brain farting? It would either be I'm having a complete fucking brain fart moment. If the storm went one way, then it would be snowy. And if it went a different way, then it would be windy. That was what they said. I'm fucking, guys, I'm spacing out. Space cadet right now. Yeah, peeling the sticker backing off is like amazing. Not only is it helpful in terms of grabbing the stickers, it also is very satisfying. And, you know, sometimes, where are my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? Sometimes the peeling the sticker backing off is just a very like zen experience for me. Where the fuck are my tweezers? There are my tweezers. Okay. Boom. We got this. Okay. The brain fog is real today, Emery. That's exact. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Matter of fact, I talked about it in one of my vlogs recently, but I was on the phone with my insurance company and she called, and I was like, okay, do the thing where they call me. Like, I just say, okay, I'm ready for the phone call. Just call me when you have an availability. And they call me like right after. And she's asking me for all this info that I knew I was going to need when I got the phone call. And I still didn't have it because of my kidney brain fog. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. So we did not go to the mall yesterday. I decided Sunny wasn't feeling great after our trip to the zoo. Combination of being on their feet for, you know, the time looking like they were glad to go, but it does take it out of them physically. But also in terms of like the kind of the overstimulation from all the lights. Again, still glad to have gone, but they needed like a day off of that. And going to the mall is something that the two of us really want to do, but neither Jess nor RJ really gives a shit. So I don't think I have room in my schedule this week, except for maybe Friday. I don't think we're going to go to the mall with them. We're just going to go Sunny and I, and that would be a great time for us to do our lunch together, which is something I still need to do as well. So, yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I'm getting the right day here. You decluttered over half of your sticker stash on Saturday? Good times. So tomorrow's video, sneak peek. Tomorrow's video is my no spend for 2023 and my parameters and everything of what I'm doing. So that should be exciting. For me, at least, to get that out into the universe. That way, I can't take it back. No buy. Not no spend, no buy. The clarification there. And I am not going to declutter my stickers because I'm not going to be buying any. So I need to use what I have. And if I declutter them, I won't have as much. And so the goal is to have less stickers because I've used more of what I already have. All right, that's this side. Let's do the other side now. My planner stack is coming out in another week, I think. It's already been filmed. I've already figured it out. It's coming in like another week, I think. I don't remember. I'm not looking at my calendar right now. You have energy for the first time. Oh man, yeah, I have noticed that when I have like a bad, even a bad day, but especially like longer period than that, that my house goes to goddamn shit. Now, I have 3 other people in this house that are fully capable of cleaning up their shit and everything, and they do. But I tend to be the person that kind of keeps the order in the house. Does that make sense? Like, I'm the person who, I am like the, if you imagine a delicious dinner, okay? Imagine just a tasty dinner that is put together with loving care. But then you need that finishing touch, right? The garnishment or the sauce, the shit that they put on the plate at a fancy. I'm assuming I don't go to fancy restaurants very often, but the shit that they put on the plate at a fancy restaurant, like the squiggle of sauce before they put the little tiny like dinner on there because you spend $8,000 for like a bite-sized serving, right? I am the finishing sauce of our household. I am the one who does, like, the house will keep going. Everything in the house will survive. The cats will get fed. You know, the dog will get fed. Not that anybody feeling bad would ever interrupt that. They would make sure of it for damn sure. But, like, you know, people will eat. Stuff will happen. The house will continue to function. However, will it function in a orderly, clean, sanitary way without mom kind of keeping on top of things? No. Do I like that? Yes and no. Now, when this whole conversation comes up about like the mental load of things and people, like, even if you share all the chores, if one person is functioning as like the manager of the household, then that's like emotional labor on top of emotional and like mental labor on top of all the physical labor and all that. Like, I recognize that. But at the same time, as somebody who is a little neurotic and a little bit of a control freak, being the one to kind of keep things in like the tip-top shape is just something that I enjoy, maybe isn't the right word. Something that I feel smug about. And I thrive on feeling smug. So, you know, it's not a state of the house. I mean, this may change with dialysis, but it is not something that I have actively, I want more help around the house, but I don't necessarily feel the need. Like, Jesse's like, let me do the meal planning. And I'm like, no, that's my job. That's my job. So I'm very protective of some of my like areas, but that means that when I'm sick or I have a bad day or a bad week, that I tend to come back to, you know, a bit of a hot mess. And in some ways it's my doing because I have set it up that way. But at the same time, when I'm in the middle of it, I'm like, I was just the Fair Play. I was just like all of you talking about the Fair Play book and like the financial. Yeah, I just literally saw that. And I was going to start looking at it. Okay, let's get some more dates on here. I also am done. You'll see my vlog that goes up on Tuesday or whatever. The next vlog goes up, the one that I'm filming this weekend. I do get my 2023 goals. The video's not going to go up for, like another week and a half or so, but the 2023 goals are filmed and done. They're in the bag. I've picked my word of the year. pick my word of the year, and I am indeed going to do one little word next year, because the conclusion I came, why is this so hard? The conclusion I came to when I was thinking about one little word was that it depended not on, it didn't depend on whether or not I wanted to do one little word. What it really depended on was whether or not the word that I picked was a word that would be conducive to doing something like one little word. Does that make sense? So one little word, the project, the Allie Edwards project, is a year long, and it takes place during, like, every month you get a lesson in the classroom, and then there's like a mid-month there's a conversation via Zoom that I never went to. I mean, I'm gonna do a whole video talking about my thoughts on it if that's something you're really curious about. But ultimately, I found it, whoops, just hit my microphone, sorry. I found it helpful. I also did not utilize all of the aspects of it that that are available. But what I came to the conclusion of was that hold on, I'm doing some weird mental math right now. Why? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay. We'll do that one on Wednesday. Anyway, I'm going to put these down here and like do a row of them this week. So it was whether or not the word, like, so in the past, when it comes to picking a word of the year, I have always been Grinchy as fuck, right? Like, I have picked a word because usually the goal planner that I was using had you pick a word. So I would do it because the worksheets told me to, because I'm a rule follower. But then I wouldn't actually give more than like 2 shits about it, right? Like, I really wouldn't. I would be like, fuck it, I don't care. So I would pick the word at the beginning of the year when my worksheets told me to. And then I would fucking forget about it for the rest of the year, because I mean, I would do all my other goal shit, but I wouldn't give a crap about, you know, any sort of word or whatever. So I'm going to put it's cold outside on, what day is supposed to be the coldest this week? Because it is supposed to, even though it's going to not be snowy, allegedly, it's going to be fucking cold later this week. And I would say that the coldest day is going to be Sunday. So this pink one, we'll put on Saturday to kind of break it up a little. Anyway, so the point I'm making is that that I never really gave a shit. And then this year, it was really important to me. My word of the year actually really mattered for me this year. My word was replenish. And the reason it mattered so much to me was because I wanted to replenish, like, I was feeling very burnt out from work and from the move to Denver. And I really just needed to like prioritize doing stuff for fun, stuff for me, you know, stuff like that was less, quote, productive, but more like heartwarming or whatever. And so having the word replenish, it was really important that I kept that at the forefront of my mind, because that was what I wanted for the entire year. And so doing the one little word project was really great because it kept it in front of me once a month. Doing a project once a month was more than enough for me. And it got me, and I'll do a flip through of my whole album in a video where I go more deeply into this in the next couple weeks. But the point is that I felt that the reason it was helpful for me this year was because it got me to really think about my word and keep it, like, I wasn't as woo-woo as Allie Edwards gets, but like, it was keeping it kind of in the front of my mind. And so if I had a word this year that felt as urgent or as necessary to keep at the forefront of my mind, then I would do one little word again. And if it was a word that felt more like a whatever kind of word, then I wouldn't, because I wouldn't feel the need to, right? Well, the word I wound up coming up with doing my goal setting is absolutely something urgent for me. I'm just glancing at all your guys' comments about Lisa. That's exactly kind of how it works for me, is that I have to tell them to do stuff. They'll do it, but I have to tell them. And it's like, fuck, why do I have to tell you? I'm just scrolling through. There's a lot of comments here. This is an interesting question, Liza. How do I balance using both HB90 and MakseLife? Oh, yes, I'll give you the word in a second, Heather. Do you feel like you cover the same ground twice, reflections, goals, etc.? There is some level of ground that gets covered in both of them when it comes to thinking about the year ahead. But the goals I set are very different because my HB90 system is very specifically for work. So I don't do any personal. If there's anything personal, it has to do with like how I use my time. And that's still work related, but it could adjacent into personal. But my MakseLife is, I did this separation of work and personal goals a couple years ago, or maybe it was last year. I don't remember when I started doing it, but it was very helpful for me. Shit was getting way too like incestuous. But when it comes to the goal setting and stuff, like my MakseLife things, I don't really think too far ahead. I really just think about the upcoming year because I have a lot of trouble thinking further out than that. And with HB90, the most I think further ahead is maybe 5 years. And even that's hard for me. It's really hard for me to think further ahead than a year, purely because I'm so fatalistic when it comes to my health. So, but yeah, that's the biggest reason, is that because it's for two separate functions of my life. One is for my work life and one is for my personal life. It does keep a level of separation there. But there is a little bit of overlap, and that I think just helps deepen my connection with both systems. My word of the year this year, and I'll go more into it when I do my when I post my MakseLife goals video, is going to be continue. Now, that sounds a little odd, but the reason it's going to be continue is there's multiple reasons behind it, and I highly suggest there's a website. The most recent years I have been using the thesaurus online to help me figure out, like, if there's a word I think could be good, but it's not quite that, I'll just use the thesaurus to start going through a bunch of different definitions. But a website that popped up in my searching this year was Word Hippo. Word Hippo, it doesn't just give you definitions, it also gives you kind of ways words are used in like how we speak, like the way words are used in like idioms and things like that. So that was really helpful for me in picking my word for next year, which is continue. What did I think of Club Moxie? Was it worth it to me? Club Moxie is amazing and it goes super deep, and I did not keep up with it. So I think that if you really want to put the time into it, that it's worth it, but you need to really want to put the time into it. If you're not really going to commit to putting the time into it, it's probably not going to be worth it for you. But yeah, continue is my word, both because I want to continue some of the progress I made this year, but also I want to continue living and starting dialysis right at the, like, I mean, something very, I was telling Jesse this. I'm like, he was like, if you're feeling, because I've been feeling so bad. And he's like, maybe we should call the dialysis center and tell them how bad you're feeling and see if they can squish you in earlier. And I have been adamantly against that. Partly because I really, once you start, you're doing it regardless of if there's holidays or not, because you have to still do dialysis. And I don't want to be doing dialysis like on Christmas. I don't want to. I want to just get through the holidays before I start dialysis. Secondly, and this is so dweeby, but I feel like there's a level of like almost fabulousness that if I have to start dialysis, I'm going to be doing it on January 9th, right at the start of the new year. As a planner person, that just feels right of all fucking things. So, yeah, that's part of my thought on that. So, and that's my start date. Anyway, so yeah, the continue thing, I'll go a lot more into it and how I got to that, but it has to do with like a lot of things about like, a big focus, I think, for this next year for me is going to be taking things day by day, like slow and steady, one step at a time, still making progress on things, but really trying to remember that I am not going to be able to rush through anything this year because of dialysis. So that's where that came from. Integrity hit you. Yeah. Sometimes a word of the year, again, just feels kind of like, whatever. I just picked it because it sounds interesting. And then other times it really does just feel like, oh, fuck, this really is something that I need to do. So that's kind of how I felt last year. And it's kind of how I'm feeling this year. All right, let me get my habits in really quick. Ooh, Christina, I like rediscover. Continue puts you in mind of the famous quote, when you're going through hell, keep going. Yeah, and you see that's part of it. Like, it's just going to be like what I really want out of it is to keep things in perspective. Like, I was thinking about things like steady or stable, those sorts of things, because routine is going to really be a big part of this next year in ways to incorporate dialysis into my life without it taking over my life. And the only way to really do that is to really firm in and cement routines around a lot of things. Also, a big piece for me is going to be making sure that that Jesse doesn't feel just like my caregiver, but also still my partner. And so for me, continue is like, if I try to do like steady or stable or routine, none of those really felt right to me. What I wanted was something that gave you the idea of progress, but progress on like a very stable, slow, very like not making waves, very just like deliberate. Deliberate might be another good word, but I think continue because it implies motion. And I want there to be motion, but I want it to be very measured, considered motion, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. And I guess that's the only person it really matters to. I'm going to put my plant check-ins a little differently this week because I didn't get around to it on Friday, and I was doing it today. And normally my plant check-ins are Monday and Friday, and it just seems silly to do it twice. So I'm just going to move them around this week. Louise asks, dialysis question, is this a fixed time period treatment thing or for the rest of your life till kidney? It's the second. rest of my life or until kidney transplant. I have genetic kidney disease. My kidneys will not get better. On the bright side, though, because of knowing that this was coming for 20 years, I don't feel as terrified as somebody who might have gone into acute kidney failure and then been like, what the fuck? Liza, I'm not a journaler, I don't think. I've tried. It doesn't really work for me. Corkspot asks, do you think one little word is doable without all the stuff? I've already overspent on 2023 after some FOMO and decided nope, won't work. Yeah, I think it is. If you're going to spend on anything for it, I would spend on the class because the class often offers digital downloads, for one. And for two, it kind of walks you through everything for each month. But you don't need the stuff. You can just do the reflections and everything and put the pictures into your planner or into something else. You don't need all the shit. Hi, Abby. It's been a while since I've seen you. Big yawn. Okay. Got the habits in. Let's get the stuff in. Now, ideally, I'm going to go grocery shopping tomorrow morning. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm going to use this Good Morning Sunshine sticker. And we will see if I get my grocery list done today. I promised Jesse I would run a dungeon with him on one of his leveling characters in World of Warcraft after this stream. So I don't know, but we will see. He is grilling chicken tonight, though, so I just have to make rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat, which is my fucking favorite thing ever. Chicken is the only flavor for me. And steaming some broccoli, but yeah. Well, okay, if jump is your word, was your theme song by Van Halen, I ask. Okay, so Monday morning, other than going to so I have grocery store. Oh, I do need to put a to-do list in here. I did kind of truncate that with these guys. Whoops. It's okay. I'm not going to do a prescribed to-do list. I'm just going to put my schedule in and I'll make room for to-dos. So Monday, grocery store. I have a therapy consultation at 1 p.m. to see if this will be my new therapist. I'm walking Layla in the afternoon, and then I need to make time for the HB90 stuff. I do have the option to buy groceries online. Normally, I like to go into the stores and buy my own groceries. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's just a question of whether or not I get my list together. Actually, I don't have my meal plan yet, though. But I do want to put the doodles. So that's one of the things I like to do with these celebrations collections when I use them is use the doodles for my, to cover these little hearts up. Yeah, man. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I have enough snowflakes to cover them all with snowflakes. Even better. Yeah, the habits that I struggle to get into are if the whole idea from the book Atomic Habits about about stacking your habits or connecting one habit to another one. It's actually for me it was not something I set out to do, but it wound up being the thing I discovered which works the best for me. Like I need to have them connected to things I'm already doing. Dude, the cost of groceries is not only groceries, power for us, at least here in Colorado. Holy shit. We just got our power bill. I mean, it's also been really cold this last month. And so we ran the heater a lot more than usual, but our power bill went up $150. Like, fuck, dude. Okay, so Monday. Yeah. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do to kind of add in HB90? I'm going to use this like word washi tape. Word to your mother. And I'm going to just put it right here on top. Like that. Yeah, when Jesse was looking at, he was like, holy shit. And then he was looking at the bill and it was the gas. It was gas from heating the house. Like, it wasn't the electricity. It was gas for us. And it's not like we have an old furnace. We have a new furnace. Well, not new. It's newish. I think our furnace is like 2018. Newish furnace. And we have a smart thermostat. And so we got this. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these little squares here and put like this. Layering for the win. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pen and I'm going to just put H, with like a B 90. The week. Okay. Do I use the fireplace? Yes. We don't have a gas insert. We have a wood burning fireplace, and we have a whole, just about half a cord of seasoned oak, and it's been burning beautifully. Yeah. This is our second winter here, and last winter it was pretty mild until after Christmas, and this winter it has been fucking cold since like October. Hi, Trish. Okay, so HB90. How many days is HB90? I forgot. Let me look. I have it open on my other browser. So today, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if today's day 1, then we're going to get it through Saturday. I'll probably just put it through Sunday because I can't guarantee that I'm going to be caught up on it. I don't know if I'm gonna have the chance to work on it on Wednesday or not because of my big appointment that I have that day. It's gonna be taking a lot of my time up. So I'm just gonna go through the end of the week. Yeah, I read Atomic Habits and I was able to take some stuff from it. I actually listened to the audiobook and I kind of struggle with the audiobook because I knew he was like a baseball player or something, but I definitely got the bro vibes from him and sometimes I struggle. It's not guys. Like, I don't have a problem with guys, but like, you know what I mean? Like the bro vibes. I definitely got bro vibes from him and I can only hear so much of bro before I tune it out, even if what they're saying is helpful. Have I done my holiday shopping? No. No, I have not. And that's in part because my fucking kids have not finished their wish lists yet. That's not true. I bought 2 presents. I bought Jesse's present from the kids and my present from Jessie. I bought those 2 things. That's what I've got so far. Okay, so grocery shopping. And then my therapy call is at 1. Because usually bros don't say anything useful. And then I'm walking Miss Layla. I'm like, just give me your fucking wish list. Both of my kids are so fucking particular. I would rather get them what they want than, maybe not all. I know what Sunny wants for their big present, but they're also supposed to tell us like what of that they want. They want a sewing machine. And while I am not well versed in sewing machines, and so I was like, tell me which one you want. All right. That is tomorrow. Tuesday, I'm walking Layla in the morning. And I have Patreon live at 2, and then I have a couple of to-do list items that have already popped up for that day. Yeah, the By the Book podcast is fun, although in recent days I have not enjoyed it quite as much. Mindy. Okay, so Patreon Live is at 2. I'll just put it right here. Leave my little space for anything else that might come up on Tuesday. Layla is a big sweetie. Layla is an absolute big sweetie. But how sweet she is depends on how, like, we don't need to give her, like, the longest walks. A 20-minute walk 3 times a day is usually fine. Or a 20-minute walk 2 times a day, and then 20 to half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, and then a trip to the dog park. The key is that we stay on top of it. As soon as we miss one walk, her energy becomes really hard to manage. So that is like the big thing we're trying to avoid with her. Okay, and I'm going to start my to-do list from the bottom since I don't know if I'm going to add more. But one of them is getting cash for the cleaners, writing a check for the cleaners, and then reminding the kids about what they have to do the next day because they both have things that are out of their usual zone. Let me see. Did I pick a color for this one yet? For this week? No. Ow! No, that's not a good color for that. Nope. How about this one? Ooh, that one. Oh, please. No. Don't fall. This one. Yeah. We'll go with this. Okay. Anyway. How did I decide all those years ago that I was a Monday start calendar kind of person? It's going to sound so funny. When I was working at Safeway, my first like long-term job, I worked there for 7 years. The schedule was written Monday through Sunday. that is when I started really wanting a Monday start schedule, because that was how my work was scheduled. I wouldn't know what my next Monday was until like the previous week. Layla is actually a very, I was telling someone at the dog park, she is a sprinter, not a marathoner. She gets lots of energy for short periods of time. Okay, so I put this big sticker up here for a reason, so I could put my two big doctor's appointments up here. I'm putting snuggle up is not really accurate, but that's okay. Do you have a doctor sticker? No. Oh, shitty kidney. That's why I got the binder out. Shitty kidney. I have so many stickers. I could totally go on a no-buy this year. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, wait, I am. Okay. Grab a little purple kidney. Put him right here. There we go. Little shitty kidney. Oh, dude, Emery, get yourself a flanyard. That's what we call them. It's the stick with the long strip of like flannel on it. Both my cats fucking, you just sit there and just keep flicking it back and forth. That's all you gotta do. Entertains cats for fucking hours, it feels like. Okay, so 8 a.m. is transplant center. Okay, transplant center and echocardiogram are that morning. Layla has to go to daycare, so I'm going to use this green one. Yeah, with Odin, I just need to find something to fascinate him, and I can just lay, when I'm not feeling good, I can just lay on the bed and just fucking entertain him forever. I have one of those like these kind of things, like just like a microfiber cloth, and I'll just use it to have him play, like for cleaning my glasses, and I'll use that to entertain him. Nice, Emery. Vicky, it's okay if your grandbaby takes precedence. Yeah, Layla has tried to eat the flanyards before, so we have to only have Odin or Lou play with them when she is not around. Although when Lou was a kitten, it was so funny. He would play fetch with that thing. He would go get it and drag it around. Well, not even fetch. He would just drag it around the house. We would hear it like on the wooden floor. My planner is going to look very interesting next year, because of dialysis. I'm not even sure what it's going to be like yet. Like, I know that I'm going to be doing dialysis 5 days a week at the center when we're training. But then once we're at home, I'm just... Okay, this is going to sound so silly, but like, kind of like me being excited that at least I'm starting dialysis at the start of a new year, as opposed to somewhere else where it doesn't fit so neatly into how I set my goals. The other piece of it that I am really, really excited about, and this sounds so silly, but I'm not even joking, is the scheduling. Like, the scheduling and organizing the supplies. Like, whatever. If I have to find ways to make starting dialysis fun for me, and organizing my supplies and having to get my schedule figured out brings me joy, then I feel good about how I'm coping. But seriously, though. Seriously. I know organizing dialysis supplies is not going to be as fun as organizing planner supplies, but I'm still super into it. Yeah, right? Container Store. I have to go to the Container Store. Am I going to go tomorrow? I don't know. I do need to go, though, both because I still need to get the shoe rack I didn't wind up getting last week, and because I really need it. My closet's a fucking mess. And because I realized that I want both dark and light brown sugar in my baking cabinet, and I am one pop container short. And I am terrified of bugs and pantry moths. So after having the pantry moth invasion in Napa, that fucking sucked. I will spend money on containers to keep things nice. So, and Target doesn't have the one I want, the size I want to fit. Ooh, a super chat from Aaron. Thank you very much. Okay, Wednesday, cleaners, transplant, echo, and then I have a YouTube live that day. Isn't that exciting? So this last week we did the YouTube live with the Celebrations collection because I got it in time. But this week we're going to do some fucking crafting, some fucking kids crafts. It's going to be rad. I have this kit. I'll show it to you. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I am both so excited and so horrified by this for multiple reasons. I am excited because it's a red dragon, which means it can be Caraxes. And that's fucking amazing. What's not exciting is I have some texture sensitivities and the feel of things on my fingers really horrifies me. So there may be a lot of cussing because I have to do it with clay. And B, I just noticed the packet of glitter. Fuck. But it should be fun. Yeah, I used to just be like, whatever. They say brown sugar, I'll just use whatever brown sugar I have. And now I'm like, you know what? No, we're going to go with dark. I was following the recipes that I had for high altitude baking. Like, I was following them exactly because I was so worried. So, fuck it. I have dark and light brown sugar. Hey, Emma. So that's this coming up Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Mountain. I don't live in California anymore. Crafting herpes. I am going to have a dialysis shower. I just have to get it figured out. An online dialysis shower. You don't have to, please. I know money is tight for a lot of people right now. You do not have to contribute. But if you are so interested, I will have a registry of things that I'll need to get my house ready for home dialysis because it is a pretty penny of outlay. On the bright side, I did find out from the dialysis center that while Medicare will cover a basic dialysis chair for me, they were like, you don't need one. Now, the reason that you need one for doing dialysis usually is because if your blood pressure goes low, you need to be able to put your, not only put your chair flat, but you need to move it like this so that your feet are higher than your head. However, what they were saying is that it's so rare that it happens with people doing home dialysis because the home hemo system is so much gentler than what you do with the centers that's not as necessary. What is necessary is being comfortable. And according to both the people at the dialysis training center and my sister who did dialysis for 6 months, the dialysis chair is not comfortable. So Jess and I are going to go to the American Furniture Warehouse because it's right nearby us and take a look at some of the lazy boys and look for one that is both not ugly, comfortable, and made of like vinyl type material so that we can clean it easily if I have a spillage of fluids and or blood. I'm sorry if that grossed any of you out. Do I make my own brown sugar? No, I am not that fabulous. Sunny has doctor's appointment on Thursday that I have to take them to. Am I going to film the setup of that area? Yes, Lois. I probably won't film it while we're setting it up. That is the wrong crafting herpes, but that can go up too. I will definitely tour it once it's done. I probably won't film the setting up of it because it's probably going to happen over quite some time as we figure it out. But I'm definitely going to have both. We're going to have the room. So if you've watched any of my home tours, you will have seen that we have the little nook in our bedroom. Like it's like a little sitting area. Currently, it is basically where the pets hang out. But we are going to utilize that for dialysis for a number of reasons. For one, the natural light there is just utterly fantastic. It is so pretty. For two, it was the place where I worked when RJ fucking flooded out our ceiling in the basement. Again, RJ owes us 2 ceilings at this point. Also, it has access to the hard line of the internet because we are wired for that. And so the access is right there. And it also has water and drainage access in the wall because it used to be part of an art studio for the original owners of the house. It's basically perfect for doing at-home dialysis. It's like it was meant to be. And we didn't even know about the water and drainage until we bought the house and we were going on our final walkthrough with the owners, the previous owners, and they told us about it. So, because you wouldn't see it, it's in the wall. I will, Trish. Is there a dialysis nurse that will be with you when you do home dialysis, or will I be doing it alone? I will be doing it with Jesse. Inappropriate. Jesse is training with me. He will be at all. So we're going to be at training for 3 to 5 weeks, probably 5 days a week. I'll be starting dialysis at the training. They're going to train both of us to use the machine, to like do the cannulating of my arm, to do all the things, all the troubleshooting, all the everything. And they won't release us to do it at home until they are satisfied that we are not only ready, but we're like really ready. On top of that, we will have access to 24-hour emergency, like 24-hour nursing help. And our center is like 15 minutes from here. So we'll be, yeah. And they're going to, the machine will be the machine I'm learning on will be the machine that goes home with me. So I'll know the machine very well. All right. So Friday, the only things I have on my list are Layla's walk at 1. And then Sunny has a cookie workshop at 6 p.m. that night to go learn how to make, like they're doing a couple cooking classes. And I'm very excited for them. They're going to have a lot of fun. But the thing that's why I don't know if we're going to go to, I don't know if we're going to go to the mall on Friday or not, because, or on Saturday for that matter, because Sunny with their joint problems has a lot of trouble being on their feet for a while. And so a 3-hour cooking workshop might be enough to keep Sunny from going and doing anything else this weekend. So I'm going to keep it kind of play it by ear, I guess you would say, to make sure that they're going to be okay. But I am very excited for them because that should be a lot of fun. And I'm very excited for me because they are going to make some cookies and bring them home. And I'm excited about that. And then they have another cooking class scheduled. It's through Parks and Recs here in Aurora. They have another cooking class scheduled in January to make homemade tortellini soup. And I'm so here for that. I'm like, fucking give it to me. Give it all to me in my mouth. Thank you very much. Yeah, I should name the machine. We have to but much like naming our turkey on Thanksgiving, I can't name it until I've met it. So I don't have a name for it yet. And you're actually pretty close, Jess. Blood-sucking machine is basically what it is. Sucks the blood, but then it cleans it and gives it back to you. So Team Edward, maybe we could put some glitter on it, call it a sparkly vampire. I wouldn't do that. I actually am... So I gave my friend a lot of shit when she was super into Twilight. And then she told me I wasn't allowed to give her shit because I hadn't read the books. So I checked them out from the library and read them so I could give her shit because that's how petty I am. However, I will tell you, honestly, I don't give that much of a shit one way or the other. The thing that offends me about Twilight is the romantic sparkly vampires. I love my ass some scary chomp chomp vampires. I love, if I was going to take a vampire from a TV or movie show, I would 100% go with the vampires from 30 Days of Night over the vampires from Twilight. I like me some scary vampires. And that sparkly, handsome, like ponyboy vampires, no, I am offended by you. I don't think they're going to let me put glitter on the machine. They'll be like, it'll get into your bloodstream. You don't want that. Like, okay. Have I watched Supernatural? No, I have not. And that is one of the shows. My longtime wish for like a ongoing series here on YouTube is to get drunk and to try and explain shows I've never seen before that everybody else has seen, but I've never seen them. And Supernatural is one of the shows on that list. Supernatural, Gilmore Girls, Friends. I think I've only seen one episode of Friends in my entire life. And it was the one, and all I remember from it is it's the one where Joey and someone in, like, they exchange The Shining and Little Women, and then they both hide them in the freezer. That's all I remember from Friends. All of it. That, and that they live in an impossible to afford apartment. That's all I know about Friends. So, like, all of these shows that people in my age bracket are all supposed to be obsessed with, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. Doctor Who's another one of those shows. Okay, so on Saturday, I've got nothing except for wash the sheets so far. I would like to go to the mall. And the other thing I want to do this week is send cookies to my family, but I kind of have to play a little bit by ear because I just don't know. With the appointment in the middle of the week is kind of, it's got me a little nervous about what the rest of the week is going to look like because it might tucker me out. It's not like a heavy lifting appointment. It's a multidisciplinary appointment at the transplant center where I'm just checking in with the transplant. It's the whole team, right? So there's the social worker, the dietitian, the nurse coordinator, the guy who actually does the transplant, the kidney doctor who does the transplant, the kidney doctor who does the care, all of those things. It's all of those kind of appointments. You're just basically meeting with it. The financial person. If you can name it Spike, it gets stuck in the house and people sit around and watch Passions. That's amazing. I actually like that. Okay, so then Sunday, it is the last live plan with me of 2022 because I am taking the following 2 Sundays off. The following 2 Sundays are Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So I'm taking both of those off. And then the following Sunday will be the first live plan with me, the 8th. It'll be the day before I start dialysis. So we'll see, allegedly. There's always a chance it could change, but that is the current plan. So next Sunday and then there will be one more Wednesday live stream after that. So this coming up Sunday is my last live plan with me, but I will have one more live stream the following Wednesday. Just giving you the heads up now. Hangout with my patrons. So for those of you who attend the hangouts, that also will be the last hangout of 2022. But that is the only thing on my list right now, and I'm okay with that. Anyway, so here is what my week is looking like. It is. Oh wait, I want to add my goals in. I have seen all of the episodes of a handful of series. I have seen Buffy multiple times all the way through. I have seen The Good Place. I'm now rewatching it for the second time, but I have seen it all the way through. And I have seen, I don't know. I didn't watch The X-Files all the way through because once after the first movie came out, it just lost all of its flavor. I felt like they should have just ended it with the first movie. So it just was hard to keep up with. Game of Thrones. Seen that all the way through. House of the Dragon. I'm not judging anybody for what TV they like. Except for my friend who liked, I don't even judge you if you like Twilight. I just judge my friend. Bake cookies, mail cookies, give to neighbors, plants. Oh, plant check-ins. When am I going to do that? Okay, so Wednesday I think will be a plant check-in. Which will then make Sunday a plant check-in. Okay. And then finish shopping, allegedly. And I do need to go to lunch with Sunny, but I'm not sure how they're feeling yet. And go to the mall. So I think the rest of this is not going on here. Okay. Sons of Anarchy. I think I still have to watch the last 2 seasons, ? Oh, somebody must be at the door. It's Layla. All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this here. I hope that this was fun for you all. If you picked a word of the year, put it in the comments. If you haven't, that's okay. Just say hi, etc. Don't forget to like this on your way out. And until next time, my friends, peace. Oh, and don't forget that tomorrow, the no spend video, the no buy for 2023 is coming out. And I fully expect all of you to watch it and share it and be like, don't spend your money unless you want to. But if you don't want to, go watch Cindy, because I am bringing the year-long no buy to the planner community. I'm sure it's been in the planner community, but I'm bringing it because I am the main character in my own life. Layla, who is at the door? Okay, I got to go. Bye.